Afternoon, everybody. Christian here. Today I'd like to share some thoughts with you that have been going through my mind and a conversation that I have with God. As you guys know, that God is sending us across land that we've already been across in the past. Many of you have been, God has spoken a promise to you, and you jumped out there in faith, believing for this thing, and didn't receive what you expected to receive from it. And now it's come back full circle, a turnaround has happened, and God's telling you to go back across that land again. And the enemy came to me recently and started messing with my mind and saying, you know, look, you've been across this land once before, you weren't successful, going across it a second time, you're not going to be successful either. And so I took that conversation to God because there was an element of truth in it, and it always is, and that element is I had been across this land before. But the real story here is that if the devil really thought you weren't going to be successful, he wouldn't waste his time talking at you. You know, he's trying to convince you not to do it because he doesn't want you to be successful. Anyway, I went to God with this conversation and told him, you know, I have been across this land before and I wasn't successful. How do I know this time around I will be, you know? And God let me see that there was some misunderstanding in my own thoughts. And it was simply that the first time you go across a plot of land, it is not to reap a harvest. Okay, the first time you go across a plot of land, it is to break up the fallow ground, right, and then to sow it. The next time you go through, you're doing something completely different, right? The farmer doesn't go across and just keep plowing and plowing and plowing and plowing. He has a process that he goes through, right? So the first time you went across that land and you thought to yourself you were not successful, in fact you were. It's just your mind wasn't in line with God's mind. God sent you there to do one task, you were expecting another. This time around is different. You're going through it for a different purpose. The first time you broke it up, you learned the land, but now this time you're going through, you're going to sow it, and you're going to reap from this land as well. So, just something I want to share with you. It's a blessing to me. Another word that the Lord shared with me recently was simply to believe. It was that simple. I started going to my mind like different doubts and things. I started washing dishes one day, and I heard Jesus just clear as day simply say, just believe. God bless. Take care. Don't forget to upload every couple of days, so share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless.